Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, family. May Allah continue to make us successful as we travel through these months of our Muslim calendar. We are now at the 7th month of our Muslim calendar called Rajab. And Rajab means to venerate, to honor, to magnify. This month is extremely significant because it is considered one of the sacred months of our calendar. The name Rajab also means to be set aside or to be alone. So this is a time for us to do that internal work and be in our aloneness, dealing with the inner stuff, the inner purification, and the inner work that is necessary for us to purify ourselves. Also, in this month of Rajab, Ra represents Rahmatullah, the mercy of Allah. Jim, for Jude, represents Judallah, the generosity of Allah. And Ba, for Bir, represents Birullah, the kindness of Allah. According to the Quran, 4 months are considered sacred or more significant than the other months. The first month is Dhul Qa'dah, the second is Dhul Hijjah, and then the third is Al Muharram. The fourth, of course, is this month, which is the month of Rajab. Now, the first 3 months deal with Hajj. The first month would deal with traveling to Mecca for Hajj. The second would deal with being at Hajj. And then the third month would be traveling home from Hajj. That is because at one time it was like a month travel or a journey to make Hajj. And so you had those months set aside for Hajj, those 3 months for Hajj. The fourth month that is considered to be one of the 4 sacred months of our Muslim calendar is this month, Rajab, which we should be going into on the 23rd, which is Monday here in the West. So Rajab would be that 4th month. And it's considered to be a separate month because it's not attached to those other 3. It's kind of by itself. So that is significant in us understanding that inner work that is required for us to make ourselves pure and prepare ourselves for the upcoming Ramadan fast. It's like this 2-month runway into Ramadan where we do the most significant fast of the year. So this month of Rajab is set aside for that purpose. A couple of things to keep in mind with respect to this month is number 1, this is the month that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did his ascension into the heavens. And through this ascension is where he received the 5 prescribed daily prayers. Of course, Allah had once said that it would be 50 prayers that would be required. But through a consultation with the Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, back and forth, those prayers were reduced to 5 in the 5 daily prayers that we have. So that took place on this month as well. The other thing that took place on this month is the marriage of Prophet Muhammad's parents, peace be upon him and peace be upon them. That took place during this month. The conception of Prophet Muhammad took place during this month as well. So Prophet Muhammad's mother Amina, peace be upon her, conceived him during this month of Rajab. So all 3 of those things took place on this month. By the way, the ascension into the heavens, where our prophet received the 5 daily prayers, that takes place and is commemorated on the 27th of this month. So this is a very, very significant month in terms of sacredness and why it is considered to be one of the most sacred months of the year. The other thing that's very important about this month that we want to keep in mind is that this month of Rajab is considered to be a sacred month because this month we focus on forgiveness. The Arabic word for that is istighfar, and istighfar means to seek forgiveness. What's interesting about that is, of course, our Cheikh Sufi is teaching us through this great class that we're engaged in on Sundays called Minhajo Aberdeen, which is the way of the path of worship. A lot of the things that he's bringing forth in that class is what we want to be focused on this month. In particular, the Casade Estofro bihi, which Sheikh Sufi gave the indigo for us to memorize this Casade. That is extremely significant for us to make sure that we take the effort to memorize and to recite until memorization, astaghfirullah bihi, because by doing that, we're able to purify ourselves, to release and get rid of all of the negative energy and all of the sins that's blocking the blessings from coming to us. And certainly, we are seeking a lot of those blessings, some of them here on this earth and even in the hereafter. But they can't flow to us if we're stopped up with negativity and if we're harboring impure thoughts. Allah, who is pure, can only accept and attach to that which is pure. So, this month of Rajab is necessary for us to participate in the process of forgiveness. And astaghfirullah bihi is one of the best tools and the best antidotes for us to utilize during this month. Shout out to Brother Yazid, who put a magnificent post in the chat about the month of Rajab, and it's in a PDF. You can find it in the chat. It also goes over some other things that we can look at with respect to this month. But make sure this month, one of the most sacred months of the year, that we take that time to be alone and take that time to get rid of all of the negative thoughts and all of the negative energy that we may be harboring. And when those thoughts come into our mind, when those actions take place that are not positive, make sure that we rush to do a good deed to eliminate the bad deeds, the bad thoughts, and the bad things that we have entertained by Allah's grace. And surely with this, and with the continued guidance and teachings from our Sheikh, we will be successful. Assalamu alaikum.